Yes, sir.
Okay. Any problem? Now I'm going to.
Sir, we
Yes.
have to write. Sir, we have to write in Raja Raja the achievements of Rajendra Chola also.
If this question is regarding the Raja Raja one, you have write only about Raja Raja one. Okay. Is it clear?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Ruk. Yes. So now, in the last 10 minutes, we will discuss. I am going to mute you all. Okay. Now here you are going to see actually all the points were discussed. Some points were discussed. Meaning and importance of constitution. Right? For one by one we are going to know. Democracy and equality. These points are here. My dear student, do not be dependent only on book prescribed for DAV. If you have other books, right, NCERT or Bharati Bhavan or any book, if you have, then you can go through it also. Okay, and you should generalize this thing. What is democracy? What is equality, inequality? Here these points are given, right? I have already discussed. So these are the points related to the kingship, not democracy. Why I have given this type of trick? It is why so that a student can, right, understand what was the basic difference or what is the basic difference between kingship or democracy, right? Actually, in kingship, what happened? The ruler was selected by the family members. I mean, kingship was hereditary. While in democracy, rulers are elected by the people. This is the basic difference. In monarchy, monarchy means king's rule, kingship. In those days, they wear this type of crown, and it was the symbol of their kingship. Actually, he was all powerful. No one can have the right, no one had the right to intervene in his work or affairs and activities. It was dependent on his mercy or will whether he would seek the advice or information from others or not. But in democracy, what happens? There is some organization, institutions which work together in which the rulers have to get suggestion, permission from their other bodies or organizations. This type of facility was not in democracy. I'm sorry, in kingship. Kingship was the rule of one person, while democracy is the rule of many people, all the people, in this way. In the kingship, only some special group of society was given priority or importance. All were not equally behaved. Is it clear? All were not equally behaved. Here you see, this is the picture which shows, this is the image which indicates that people were unequal in society. Kings and his groups, official groups, noble groups, Zamindar groups, landlord groups were heavier, were more powerful, and common people were very simple. They were not equal to such persons or the king's family and official groups or some special group of society. It is why democracy was set up so that all people can live together equally. Now, next is here, meaning of democracy. Yesterday we have already discussed again and again. I do not want to discuss it. If you have any problem, you will ask. Only I am going to read it. Democracy means a government formed by the elected representatives. Means what you can also know. Democracy is the form of government, or democracy is the form of government in which rulers are elected by the people. Just a minute before I have told you, in kingship, people had no right to elect their representatives. Here, election, I think you are accustomed with this word, you are acquainted with these words, you are familiar to this word. In election, you have seen your parent, your brothers, your sister, mother, those who are 18 years and above old, elect the representatives. And that representative form the government. So democracy is the form of government in which rulers are elected. And these rulers are elected from whom? Representatives, MLAs, MPs, right? And representatives are elected in democracy. Actually, equality means same status and opportunity to all. There is no discrimination. Here you can raise the question, sir, there is discrimination among the people. Some people are very short, some people are very long. Some are short, some are long, some are fair complexion people, some are black face skin people. Some people are very rich, some people are very poor, some people are very educated, some people are illiterate. There is differences. Anand Srayan, of your video. So in this way, equality here, but there is equality. In spite of having these physical differences, religious and social differences, it is ignored by the state or by the democracy, by the government in democracy. In spite of having such type of physical differences, right? In spite of having such type of physical differences, democracy behaves with all in equal way. Democracy gives the equal opportunity, equal chances, equal status, position in society. If any person or some persons want to get or join any service, and if they have the same qualification, they have the same opportunity to appear in examination. No one can be debarred or ignored or restricted on the basis of their religion, caste, creed, or community. It means no one can say that you are or one is belonging to lower caste or upper caste, he or she is not entitled to take examination or appear in examination. If anyone says it, he or she will be punished by the court, because in democracy, everyone has the equal opportunity and status. Status here, position in society. We have to give due respect to all the people in equal sense. We cannot ignore any person's status in the name of SC, ST, OBC, Dalit, etc. So in democracy, equality means the equality in the status and opportunity, and no discrimination is maintained on the name of caste, creed, community, religion, etc. Okay, everyone has the equal place. Now next, as you know, on 15th August 1947, India got freedom. And you know, just after getting freedom, India tried their best to implement their own constitution, right? Because any country needs, or each country needs to have constitution to be governed. Here you should learn what is constitution, why it is important. Actually, constitution means a set of laws, a bodies of laws, a document, a written document, a written paper in which all the rules and regulations are written of a country, according to which a country is governed or ruled. So a constitution was framed by Indians, by the elected representatives of Indians. And this constitution begins with preamble. In next slide, I will say also about this. But here, one point is given. Preamble is the introduction to Indian Constitution, right? Preamble is the introduction to Indian Constitution. What is preamble? Actually, preamble is the starting part of Constitution. Is it clear? Preamble is the introduction to Indian Constitution. Okay, Shreyan, thanks, but do not give this type of remark here, beta. Thanks. Now, next is preamble is the introduction to Indian Constitution. It is why if the question comes, Amritanso, don't switch off your video option. Preamble is the introduction to Indian Constitution. So if question comes, what do you mean by preamble? Your answer should be preamble is the introduction of Indian Constitution. Is it clear? One more question. When India got independence, you will write 15th August 1947, right? What do you mean by democracy? Democracy means a government in which rulers are elected, or the government which is formed by the elected representatives. So this type of question you will prepare, and by the help of this discussion, explanation, and the slide, you can think or you can answer your question satisfactorily. Now, next is meaning and importance of Constitution. Just now I have explained. It is a set of rules and regulations which governs a country. Next line is also good. It lays down, it writes about the framework, political structures, and the powers and duties of government. It lays down the framework, limitation of the government, what a government can do or should do. What are their rights and duties? What is the political structure? Which type of government, federal, unitary, presidential, parliamentary form of government. Now, so these type of things are mentioned in Constitution. Actually, it was implemented on 26 January 1950. Dear student, as you know, in 1947, we got independence. But before 1 year of independence, Indians had started writing Constitution. The meeting was held in 1946, and it started the work of writing Constitution. This work was done by the Constituent Assembly and it was completed in 1949, and on 26 January 1950, our government has implemented it. And since the day India became a republic, it is why we celebrate Republic Day on 26 January. One question is here. What is, 1 minute, one word I have used. India was declared republic just after the implementation of this constitution. What is the meaning of the term republic? A very minute, light difference is between democracy and republic. You know, actually republic is a kind of democratic form of government. What is republic? Republic means a democratic government. But what is the difference between two? Democratic government, republic. Actually, basic difference is it. In a republic, the head of the government is elected by the people. I mean, in democracy, representatives are elected who form the government, while in republic, head of the government is elected. Here, Prime Minister, President is elected. In India, President is elected. But in England, what we see? In England, the person who is on the post of the President, Queen or King, is from royal family. He is not elected. It is why in England, there is democracy but no republic. While in India, there is democracy and republic. I mean, there is republic. Now, next. What is the next importance? It gives the equality to all. It sets up the equality before the law. I mean, all people are equal in the eye of laws. No high class people is higher or is special, or lower class people is inferior. This type of thought has no place in the law. Law believes that every person is below the law and equal before the law. It provides the same status and chances, I mean opportunities. So it is important. Constitution is important because it set up the rule of non-discrimination. I mean, no any sense of inequality is implemented in the rule. I mean, according to rule, all are equal. There is no differences, no discrimination on the basis of caste, creed, community, religion, language, etc. That is why, because of all these 3-4 causes, constitution is important. If inside question comes right about the importance of the constitution, Indian constitution, dear student, each knowledge that you have gained is very fruitful and important and suitable, and in this field, this slide will help you a lot. I think it is clear. If it is not clear, you can write. Okay. Now next is this one, secularism. To eradicate discrimination, secularism is adopted. There were some many problems, many differences. Shreyam, switch off your videos. Option. So secularism. What is the meaning of secularism? Secularism means everyone is free to follow religion as per one's choice. There is no state religion, I mean special religion of the state. There is no discrimination in religion. All people are let free to follow any religion. And identification, I mean recognition, acceptance of the people is not on their name, caste, or religion, but in their as per their qualification, as per their merit, quality. And this is the essence of our democracy and secularism. Is it clear? Now next is universal adult franchise, meaning and importance. As you know, universal adult franchise means all the people of 18 years and above old can cast vote or have right to vote without any differences, right? It means we all have the equal right to cast vote. Once I have already cleared that three words are used here: universal adult franchise. Universal means for all. Adult means one who is 18 years and above old. And franchise means right to vote. I repeat, universal means for all, in context with everyone, all. Adult means one who is 18 years and above old, and franchise means right to vote. So all it means all the people of 18 years and above have right to cast vote without any differences. This is called universal adult franchise. It means all the people who are 18 years and above old have right to cast. Actually, it is based on equality. Equality means here, equality means everyone is at par with each other, equal, same. No one is ignored to avail this facility if he or she is 18 years old. And it is based on one man, one vote. One person has no right to cast more than one vote, general voter. Next, it is called the courageous step of constitution makers because most of the Indians were illiterate and poor during that time. So it is called the courageous step, a brave work. Why? Because in those period, constitution maker has taken risk to provide this right to all the persons, because there were many persons who were illiterate and poor, and it was the anticipation that they would unable to use this right in proper way. But their fear proved meaningless, and people of all castes, all categories, literate, illiterate, poor, rich, are using this right properly. People control their representatives. Now, actually, by the help of this right, the common people checks or controls their representatives to do the work as per the choices of the people or in the interest of the people. What happens when the representatives do not do the work as per the choice of the people? In the next slide, you see what happens. Now, how can people control or keep a check on their representatives? This is exercise question also. And now, just in previous slide, I have said you what is done by the people if their representative do not work as per their choice. So here you see, Indians elect their representatives by casting their votes. Elected representatives form the government to rule as per the wishes of the people, choices of the people, because there are many demands, requirements of the people. The representatives, I mean political leaders, assure them in course of the political campaign or in election that they would fulfill their desire, wishes, they make the promises, and if after election they ignore it or they fail to fulfill the needs or wishes of the people do not vote for them in next election if they fail to fulfill their choices. And ultimately, the candidate or representatives has to be loser. They have to get defeat in election. And next, people keep a close watch on the activities of their representatives to protect their rights. Is it clear? Now, in this way, you have learned each and everything. You can write, chat, if you want, right? You can chat it. If you have any problem, I am opening to you all. I am unmuting you all. You can ask the question if you have. Okay. Is any problem? Ask. Any student? Okay, Sudarshan, why do you want to get this permission to control my screen? What is the need to control my screen? Why are you getting this type of trying to get this type of permission? Sudarshan, chat me. You can chat. I'm unmuting you all. Yes, ask me if you want to. Okay. Any problem if you have?
No, sir.
Okay. Now regarding any chapters, you can ask me.
No, sir.
Okay, very good. And now one thing I am telling you, some question I am asking, please tell me the answer. Okay. One by one, you can answer me. What do you mean by that term, democracy? What do you mean by that term, democracy? Anyone? You can chat also. Anyone?
So democracy, a kind of system where people have supreme power. They rule through their representatives, and the democracy is by the people, for the people, and
Very good. Actually, in a clear way, you have to say democracy is a form of government in which rulers are elected. क्या बोलना है आपको? Representative is the form. I'm sorry. Democracy is the form of government in which representatives are elected. Is it clear? Now, you have told me it is the government of the people, for the people, and by the people. This definition is given by the renowned political figure of America, who has given this definition? Can you tell me? You can chat also.
Sir, can you repeat the question?
Who has given this definition? Democracy is the form of government of the people, for the people, and by the people, as you have said. Abraham Lincoln. He was the president of America. Okay. Now next, very good answer. Next you say, who can cast vote?
Sir, what?
Who can cast vote?
Sir, a man which is above the 18 years
Very good.
and
A person who is 18 years old.
above.
Above. Very good. 18 years and above. What do you mean by that term? Franchise. Adult universal adult franchise. What do you mean by the meaning of
Sir, in universal adult franchise, there is a
Yes.
rule to the man that he can vote to his representative who is above the 18 years, and there is one man, one vote.
Okay. Franchise means I have asked you only the meaning of the term franchise. फ्रेंचाइज का क्या अर्थ है?
Sir, right to vote.
Very good. Franchise means right to vote. Universal. What is the meaning of the term universal?
Sir, for all the universe.
For all the world or
Sir,
for all? For all. Very good. Very good.
Yes.
An adult. The term is here adult.
Over 18-year-old.
It is adult.
Sir,
Now time is going to run out. So please say your answer. First thing. Adult, who is adult you have learned?
sir, above 18 years or
Very
18
good.
years.
Very good. Very good. Now one and last question. What is preamble? What is preamble?